Hi, my name is Carole Nduta Keingati, and I'm the screenwriter for Look Again.
So, Carole, how did you get into screenwriting? Is this something you
I,
always wanted to do?
I got into screenwriting because I love to write. I've always loved to write, and I basically took every opportunity I could to go to workshops and just learn how to do it.
You have a writing background, but it's more for theater because I know you're a theater actress and also for marketing and advertising. What is it that just made you want to make that jump from, advertising is very specific and targeted to screenwriting because screenwriting is more of an emotional value?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like film writing to me is so intimate and it's so intense. And I tend to like subject matter that's intense and passionate. So it's almost like I felt the way you can read a novel and feel like you're in someone's head. So it allows you to tell stories that will move people in a different way. And I think in a more authentic way as well. Film, you're able to just tell stories, and the format allows you to explore things and ask yourself difficult questions. Actually, film allowed me to sort of investigate my own feelings on things I don't necessarily want to think about. For example, this story, I didn't want to think about if this was me and I have to deliver this bad news to somebody I love. I didn't want my mind to go there. But as soon as I started writing the script, I had to, probe and find out what does she feel, what's she going to do, how is she going to break the news. So that's what I find amazing about filming is that you'll have these experiences that you probably will never ever have in real life, but they're completely real as you're writing the script, completely real. It transcended cultures because it was about people. Everybody has someone they love, and if someone they love is faced with a challenge, that's what I was addressing. I felt the issue became so strong that I felt anyone could play it, and I was satisfied to have the story told and the message come out and to let people feel the emotions that the characters are going through. I would say humbly that it's a global story written by Africans. It's a universal story. I mean, of course, perhaps people would have loved to see an African setting and to see African, accents or African people, but I feel it's also a strong story that can fit anywhere in the world. And in my case, I felt that it was a benefit for me to have the team that you were working with working on this story, and they happened to be non-Africans, but they delivered the story in a way maybe I didn't have access to at the time.
What was it like as a writer? Because you were the only crew member who wasn't on set, and we definitely missed you because
I felt totally left out. No,
yeah.
honestly, I felt in a sense it was a good thing because then I got to sort of let go and let the ball roll and let people finish up what they were doing. But in another sense, I would have really loved to be on set for that dynamic and to feel part of the team and to see it pieced together. I'd have loved to be there as well.
Everyone would like to know what are your plans for a feature script for Look Again?
Wow. Honestly, as a viewer, after seeing the short film, I am like, okay, what's gonna happen? I want to know what happens when Fiona goes home and she looks at herself in the mirror and she does this new face. What's her life gonna be like? So in that sense, I'm like, yeah, let's write this thing. In another sense, I mean, I know I really have to address and find out: is this story best told as a short? Is it gonna build an idea to make it a full length? Is it gonna do it justice? And otherwise, it's always just marinating at the back of my mind.
I would like something longer to direct. Just saying, as a director.
Yes, I'm sure you would. I mean, I think also there's a great deal of it's a challenge. You do get scared of doing something because even when I watched the film, it kind of scared me. I was like, am I that dark to write something this dark? So it's addressing myself, trying to follow the story, and I'd love to give it a shot, a real good go at giving it, writing as a full length because the characters are quite amazing and the actors were amazing. So
What's your favorite part about workshopping a script with a director? Because, there's specific things as a director I asked of you in terms of the script, and you did manage to deliver that. But, what aspect as a writer do you find that it helps hone what you're doing in terms of developing a script?
Mm-hmm. I think sometimes as a writer, you tend to get really sucked into the story, which is good, but then you're so much in the minds of the characters, and the director helps to sort of zoom out a little bit and tell you that they're looking at it from the viewer's perspective or from the perspective of the pace of the story, or some other layers and dimensions that the director brings on. So it's amazing. It's a good thing. Otherwise, you kind of get stuck telling the story in a mono-dimensional way.
I like working with younger people. Some of my crew is very young, but they're very talented. What would you tell a young writer who's looking to come out and even to deal with the fear? Because as a director, I do deal with that same fear. It's a creative fear that you're not tapping enough of yourself into the project until you see the end project.
I feel like as a writer, sometimes you're more afraid of, not that they won't like the story necessarily, but they won't understand something. And if they don't understand something you wrote, you almost feel as if they don't understand a situation when I felt that way or when this happened to me. So it's almost a personal sort of affront in a way, because you want to feel like your experience is something that people will buy into and they'll say, this works, I get it, So I tell writers, just write your heart, just write it all out, and try and learn as much as you can as you go along. I think there's just so many stories. There's no end. It's infinite what you can do with your ideas. So give it a shot. The worst that can happen is people will say things that can be as worse as things you've told yourself, because we are our worst critics. So that's what I've learned. People are not going to be as hard on me as I've been as hard on myself. So I just encourage them, do it. No matter your age, if you're a young writer in that you've not written for long, write. You must write.
What's your message to the Look Again family? You haven't met most of them, but I talk of you so much to them. And just what would your message be to the cast and the crew?
I would just thank them all so much for bringing out the best of them, bring out their skills and their hard work and their effort to just bring this story to life. I really value every single detail that has gone into the script and the film has made it that much better. And I really wish I could have been there, but I wish them all the best. They're just some really incredible, talented people, Wanjiru, that you got onto the set. So I wish them the best. And I hope maybe we can do something, even grander soon. But it was an amazing, amazing product. And I have to thank you as well for steering the ship.
Something,
so thank you for
that. That was like Jack Sparrow, a little on the whiskey, but the ship got there.
Yeah, exactly.